There's always violence on PB's mind.
Time to simp.
2, 1.
Screen.
Ah.
Hello?
Oh, God.
Wait, why did I say it like that?
You sound so
Hello?
confused.
Hello, is anybody there?
Hello?
Knock on the door.
Hi.
Hello?
Hi,
This
I've
is a
done
good
this
start.
before.
Oh,
Hello.
The curse
Hi,
of bad
welcome to the
intros.
Simple Things. Thank you so much for joining us. This is our dwarf episode. I am one of your not so humble hosts, Cookie Swagga. And over across from me in the fluffy hair and horns is my other my co-host.
Hello.
Ta-da!
I am here.
That is Juice TV. It's like basically, to be honest, IDK, right? Or something like that.
To be honest, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have two new faces. Bunny Man, you want to go, or Bunny Person, you want to go first?
Oh, I'm the worst person you'll ever meet. Hero!
Yay! And then we have the man stroking a cactus.
Indeed. Hello, I am NPC Joe.
Yeah. And then we have that fucking thing.
Wow.
Yeah. Amy. I'm back.
Yeah, Nick's broke in again.
You can't keep me out.
We really can't.
Yeah.
That's true.
Don't
You've
worry, I'll
invited
be
me
doing
here
that for you.
repeatedly.
But yeah, I will later on Twitter after this episode, I'll give a link to their Twitter so that you all can follow them if you want. Because for sure, NPC Joe, and I'm just gonna refer to them as Joe during this stream because it's easier. He has other podcasts that he does that are actually pretty interesting.
Yes, thank you. I do indeed. So I don't know if you want me to plug it now or I can talk about it later.
I mean, I'm already talking about it now, so really quick if you want to.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, we both have a podcast and we also play a game. So I also develop a tabletop RPG called Animate Tales. Pretty much surrounding superpowers and stuff. We also talk about all sorts of stuff to do with tabletop games and pop culture. We call it the Animate Tales podcast. Check us out at, Animate Tales.
Yay!
Yay.
Wait, that's
Da,
copyright.
da, da.
You can actually.
Oh wait, will we get
Sets
sued?
a bar over Hero's
Oh,
face
yeah.
just for a second.
Will we get sued? Shit.
It's fine. It's fine.
It was only a little. Nobody tell fucking Nintendo.
It isn't even Nintendo, it's Square Enix.
Is that?
Oh,
Why
yes,
did
it
I
was,
think
yeah.
it was
Oh,
Okay.
God.
This is good.
I thought it was
This is a
actually
great
that
start.
you were making a Zelda reference, and then I just realized, yeah.
So dwarves, right?
Yeah, dwarves.
Yeah.
Dwarves.
Oh, and I also forgot to mention, pay no attention to the bird above us. That's our technician, Phoenix.
Tech friend.
Yeah, and he's here to oversee that we do not crash. Yay!
Yay.
But yeah, dwarves is our topic. I feel like you see dwarves in almost any fantasy movie or game or what have you. Short, stout. Here's their handle. Here's their spout.
Okay.
Luscious beards.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
luscious.
Beard. We love a good beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double entendre.
Heyo. But yeah, I guess our energy is pretty crackhead right now, so let's just get into it. I'm gonna ask y'all, like the main question that is almost always asked, like, what drew you to them? Like, what draws you to dwarves specifically, if at all?
I mean, For me, it was always, of course, one sec, I haven't had a brain, so I had to write this down.
I feel that.
I have no brain.
We're passing around that brain cell.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first? I think I have somewhat of an answer.
Go for it. Go for it.
Okay. Well, first of all, for me, I sort of grew up with watching Lord of the Rings, and then later on was fascinated by fantasy and the Hobbit series as well. I've always enjoyed the concept of dwarves because as a person who is both brown haired and short, and later would then grow a large beard, I sort of identify very much with the dwarves of fantasy because I'm also very much fascinated by something is that like they're not necessarily seen as weak just because of their stature, and they're also not necessarily seen as two-dimensional. Something that I also really love about them is they're metal workers, and especially in a fantasy setting, these peoples that are almost always the creators and the crafters of these special steel works and the enchanted metals and stuff. I just find it really fascinating, and a Hobbit definitely forged that even further for me. With when you see that a lot of the work that they put into building a lot of their empire and their weaponry and stuff, it's just fascinating to me.
Oh yeah.
You put a lot more work in that than I did. I wrote down, dig hole. Just because
I mean,
dirt, great.
Both equally valid.
Don't worry, I didn't write any answers down, so this is going to be on the fly. But a majority of the reason why I like dwarves is because they had, as Joe said, they come from an interesting culture, and actually, when Tolkien made them, he based them off of various cultures around the world, more specifically, Jewish folklore. But I think that's very fascinating that he managed to make something unique out of. Yeah, I know I'm pretty quiet. Can you turn me up a little bit? But I think. Oh fuck! I forgot what I was saying. The reason why I like dwarves, they have an interesting culture. Where they come from was cool, and also thick.
Yes,
Yeah.
actually, there was something else though that I really quite liked about them is that they either, depending on the situation, they either had Scottish or Irish accents, which also in depending on the situation, set them apart from a lot of others. Um, I really quite like them because it's sort of again it shows that thing of a lot of the time big strong warriors were always seen as tall AF and overly muscular, and that was their whole deal. Whereas like they would be coated in armor, half the size of these massive like either orcs, half orcs, or even just actual giants or humans, and they would still be considered just as much of a threat as those that were larger in size. And it's always it's very fascinating to see all those things. Also, like seeing a dude half your size and yet absolutely built like a brick shithouse is always awesome to see.
Oh, yeah.
And even something else that is also hilarious is the ways in which different sort of fantasy laws set out also the dwarven women as well. Again, as also being quite big and burly, and not sort of like taking aback from that, and sort of trying to wreck on it. In fact, even some going as far as to say even some of the women actually have just as big, luscious beards as some of the men, and it's just that very funny thing of having that thing where they don't pull those punches and they just go. No, all of them are based on quality and quantity and strength and character, and sort of very boozy as well. So it's like if you had a dwarf in the party, it was going to be quite a very interesting time because you were either going to get stronger materials, stronger items, or have one hell of a good time in the forms of hedonism.
Porque no las dos?
Porque
Hey.
dos.
Funny little rockman.
What if
Yeah.
we had what if we had horny bard or a horny dwarf who was also an amazing craftsman?
Oh, fuck
Double the
yeah.
win.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say for my answer, I like hearing the sound of their ass cheeks clap as they come to me to fight me.
Yes.
Oh my god. Look, I love someone who can hold their liquor, you know?
Well, yeah, I
Oh,
respect that too. I also hold my lip. No. All right. Wow, that was a nice little. That was fun. And who just said funny hole.
I love
All right.
hearing how insightful Joe got on that. Like, goddamn.
And
Yeah.
then just
And
immediately
then
cut
the
down
rest
with,
of us.
well, ass cheeks clap.
We have the two
Look.
new guests going in depth about dwarfs, and then there's just this hee funny rockmen.
Look, all we have to say are that dwarves like holes. Wink.
Yeah.
What kind of hole that is?
The
Ask
good hole,
yourself that
that's what.
question.
Hole
Yes.
to dig into, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, that's
The-
why and other guests so that we can have different perspectives.
Yeah.
But what if I want to dig into their hole?
Ooh.
All right,
I'm
next
sure you'll find a
question.
gemstone.
Next question. Actually, speaking of like female dwarves, or more the feminine, the opinions are mixed on the age-old debate. What is your like your stance on dwarf women with facial hair? And I'm gonna say right now, if you don't have facial hair on your woman dwarf, you're a coward.
Fucking give me. I love seeing how creative they get with different beard designs when it comes to putting beards on female dwarves. I also love to see exactly how they end up twisting it to make it still more traditionally feminine. And it's just so pretty.
So pretty.
Pretty women.
I feel
Pretty
like
femmes.
I personally feel like if you don't like bearded dwarves, then you are anti-queer. This is a half joke.
Wow.
Because like there's like an inherent queerness to like the jokes behind like female dwarves having beards being like, oh, I thought you were a woman, I thought you were a woman. It's like, oh, well, I guess I'm gay now. There's also like the like subtle hints and references to like if in modern time to like bearded drag, which is kind of cool with female dwarfs having beards, which I really like.
Now I'm imagining it's just a drag queen dwarf.
Oh
I'm not
hell
gonna
yeah!
lie.
I would-
As
I would
soon as you said that,
die
that was
to
the
see
exact
that.
same place that I went to.
Yeah.
I would die to see that, please. I need that in my life.
I feel like for me, I think well, I already said about the concept of bearded female dwarves. I actually think that it's quite good that when fantasy settings can do that, that they can go, here is the rule. We're not going to, as you said, we're not going to be cowards, and we're not going to cower away from the idea. Personally, in the terms of aesthetic looks, I think that sometimes it works well with, and I think it sometimes works well without as well. I'm sort of a bit of a fence sitter on it. I will say I'm glad that I got to see it, because something that bothered me was that they were going like, oh, but there are some female dwarves or a lot of female dwarves that don't shave their facial hair. It's like, cool, all right, but where are they? And then immediately those sources would just be like, oh, well, you just don't see them. You just don't see them. That's not part of the story. It's like, why though? So
Why? Yeah.
it's nice that we get to see a lot more of that now.
Yeah.
I think that people are beginning to evolve from that. Personally, it's not always an aesthetic choice that I would choose, but it's not one that I would say is a bad choice.
Let me
That's
see
fair.
dwarf women with beards.
You're
luscious
dwarfing women with
beards.
beards. No, just kidding.
Women with beards in your area.
I would like also to say on top of that, I think they shouldn't necessarily have to have beards. I think that you should have a mix of like dwarves with and without beards in general. Like,
Yeah.
although they will look like gnomes, it's fine. Let them. I feel like you should have in your worlds
A
for
variety.
a variety for like
Yes.
people to express themselves / for people to show that they can express themselves in whatever way they want.
Yeah.
Especially because it is also very much more relatable as well. That like
Yeah.
people can dress differently, people can wear their hair differently. So it would make sense that that they don't have that stigma in their culture that much. So therefore, it would be it's more common. It doesn't have to, as you said, it doesn't have to be like all people regardless have to have facial hair. It's that it's just more commonly allowed and accepted that anyone of any particular gender could have beards and
I'm
facial hair.
sorry. I'm sorry for hogging the conversation. I know that you and I know that Cookie and Juice want to like express their opinion, but like I want to also say on top of this, women with facial hair in real life is like peak. I'm sorry, but like a lot of women with facial hair get a lot of shit, and I feel like um for like having facial hair, and that just upsets me a lot. And I really love that we can as a people can like have a fictional race where like the women can just like be more like masculine presenting in question marks and like still be feminine.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
So good. Go ahead, Juice.
The beards are good, you know.
God, Jesus, Juice.
Look, I think it's a good design choice. It makes sense in world. It I'm for it. I'm 100% for it. That, that's all I have to say.
That's
Yeah.
good. Good answer.
And I'm gonna steal the mic back and say, "Give me the women,
Give me the
Yes.
Women.
Women
and the
hot.
women who likes women. Give me the facial hair women. Thank
Yeah.
Give me the dwarf and bees.
you." Yeah. Oh yeah. That'd be cool too. Uh,
I don't need to tell if you're a woman or a man. Just give me a dwarf. Period.
yeah.
Everyone is hot.
Yes, exactly.
Nix, did you get to express yourself on that?
I think I said it right away. Just yes, give me.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Nick
You're like,
was
I
in
will
fact
not
the-
elaborate. Let's close
Nick
the
was
mic.
in
I will
fact the
not
first
elaborate.
person to say something about it.
There's no need to
Okay.
elaborate when it's just correct. Give.
All right.
I love.
I just want to make sure. I want everyone to have their time to talk.
I mean,
I'm
I've been here
sorry,
for
I
3
went-
episodes now. I've talked a lot.
Yeah, okay, but this is a new episode and we gotta fill the time, buddy. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
think we're filling the time just good. Well,
You picked the right guests to fill the time. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
look,
Hold down the clock.
Joe's really good at just extending a conversation for
I
hours
talk too
on
much.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like, hey, Nix pulls out a Glock. Speak.
Yeah, right.
Don't talk to Joe about One Piece.
Oh,
He-
okay.
God.
One time.
Technically, it was like 3
Anyway,
different
question number
times.
3. Question number 3. Dwarves are often very proud of their facial hair, implementing extreme styles in jewelry. What are some of your favorite dwarven beard or mustache designs that you have seen, or you think would be good to like, be implemented? Like, and I don't quite know how to explain this without just saying all the fucking gems in the beard, right?
Yeah.
All the fucking gems.
Mm.
I want it to sparkle, motherfucker.
I
I get
wrote this
that.
one down as
It's
well.
definitely interesting because I haven't thought about this question at all. Because there's a lot you can do with beards. So whether putting things like gems in it or having little like cuffs on them,
Yeah.
ornate
Or braids.
weavings. Yeah,
Yeah.
braids.
I think for
Honest.
me, where do I go?
Oh, you go. Izuki.
I was going to say, I think for me, I'm at a bit of an advantage in this question, only because I've actually tried to put things in my beard multiple times and sort of check them out and stuff. Braiding beards, putting as you said, the sort of the metal tubes and the sort of cuffs in and the cufflinks and everything like that, sort of metal components. That's another thing that's also great as well is that there's a lot of Nordic aspects as well to sort of braiding the beards as well that I just absolutely love, like trying to create Nordic knots within your own beard. And again, they sort of almost any and every art style that they do with it, it works so well, whether it's Celtic or Nordic or what's the other format. There's another I think it's sort of like East Asian sort of style of knots and stuff like that. Really brilliant just to sort of see the way in which they sort of tangle and bind the beards into these sort of amazing sort of designs. So even adding jewelry is always cool. But also having these really cool sort of like knots and tangles to sort of like show that it's actually longer than originally thought is really fascinating.
Yeah.
Again, I wrote this one down because I actually picked out a couple that I really enjoy for the different gender presentations. For a lot of mask presenting, I found that I really enjoy big chops with long stashes and like those little side braids.
Oh
Mm.
yeah.
And with more feminine presenting ones, I love just a giant middle braid with tons of beads, gems, and cuffs all intertwined between the different chunks. Cause yes, shiny, perfect.
So what honestly what I'm hearing is like if a dwarf and a goblin ever meet, the goblin's going to try to fuck the dwarf, right?
Oh,
That's what I'm
absolutely.
hearing.
Maybe steal a couple gems off the dwarf.
Yeah.
Weird.
But
A
non-gendered, of course. I love just scruff, but all over scruffy. Give me the full scruffiness, and it will be
Ooh, okay.
perfect. Don't need nothing fancy there.
Simple but effective.
Exactly.
Actually, that's really good. Yeah, that's really cool.
another idea that pops into my head. I've seen videos of people with like who have really long hair. They'll braid it around like to look almost like a cloak.
Yes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
imagine doing that with like a beard.
That's so cool.
Me personally, I would like to see more styles of like African beading and such like that when it comes to beard options, and also like more coarser hair, like more on the 3C side of like hair corsity. Because I don't see that often, and I would like to be represented when it comes to fantasy creatures, and I don't get that very often.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So there's also a level of tribalism as well into it as well, sort of interweaving that to sort of almost make it like rope. I actually did see one that was really clever. It wasn't used with beards per se, but it was used with hair. But the similar sort of knots and braiding that you're talking about. An individual actually, I can't remember what show it's from, but the individual actually used it as a whip, like as a weapon. And you suddenly made me remember that. And I was thinking, what amazing sort of function that would be if you could actually have it that the beard can actually be weaponized as some kind of like sling or whip like weapon.
Like a chain devil.
Yes, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Oh, that'd be so
Yeah.
cool.
Awesome.
Sorry, bearding out here. I mean, nerding out here.
Let me just beard out
They're
real
one and the
quick.
same right now.
Are you
Oh
gonna
god,
beard
it's
one
like the
out?
Hulk. Don't
Don't
sue
worry.
me, Marvel. Please.
Look, we
I'm
can
missing-
mention their names. I think we just can't
Okay.
like show them.
Okay, cool.
Mm.
Wonderful. All right,
Begins
I
humming
think
Avengers
everyone got their beard out on that one.
I think.
Did
Yeah,
you,
I
Cookie?
think.
Damn it! I wanted to beard
I-
one out real quick.
Oh,
God.
I already said I want the. Look, I am a secretly in my soul a goblin. So whenever I said I want the gemstones and them beards, I was
thing.
Is it that secret? I feel like it's pretty
yeah
open.
okay.
I
Shut the
mean,
fuck
look
up.
at your dice collection.
Yeah, okay. Yes. But yeah, I will say like I'm more of like ooh like the shinies and like stuff and like how like dwarves design their beards and stuff like that. So honestly, I'm easily impressed. They could just have like a hunk of fucking gemstone in their beard. And I'd be like, nice,
Shiny.
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 Yeah.
Look at the shiny,
Don't let-
shiny.
Yeah, don't let
So
me near it. I'll
shiny.
fucking bite it.
I mean, it could be edible.
It could be. We'll find out.
Put
Uh,
rock
Please
candy
don't.
in the beard.
Oh my god.
That's
That would
horrible.
be
It's
so
so difficult.
horrible.
Yeah.
It's so difficult to get out.
Just like-
Trust me.
I can
Like,
imagine.
Getting gum in your hair is like the worst, especially if you have like coarser hair because you just need to cut it out. There's like
Yeah.
no saving that hair.
Mm.
And then
then
think
on-
of it. Oh, sorry.
And then on top of that, like how itchy your beard gets, and like how sticky and like gross.
Yeah.
I hate this.
Giving me PTSD, and I've
Yeah.
currently got a beard on
No.
my face right now.
Exactly same.
Now all I can imagine with like cotton candy hair with like pop rocks in it.
Oh god.
No,
I
I
will
hate
just
you.
say I was
Character
thinking
design
about
is
it.
nice.
I was thinking about it. I'm like, could you imagine like you're sleeping with your fucking candy rocks and then you wake up to my face just eating your fucking candy rocks?
But that would be no. But like honestly, that would be awful for you because like you'd be getting the hair on your tongue and like hair like feels awful to like eat.
It's the cotton
not if
candy
it's-
beard.
I was going to say,
It
not
is
if
the
it's
cotton
yeah,
candy
not if it's
one.
I'm sorry.
Pre-shave.
Being the only foreigner on this channel, I immediately wanted to say candy floss, because that's what we call it instead of cotton candy.
All right, candy floss looking ass. Jeez.
But yeah, okay. Thank you. Now, very popular to use in fantasy movies or games. What character is your favorite among them? Like,
Oh, I've got
I
this one
have
lined
one
up.
right. Yeah, I have one ready if you guys need a moment.
Hold on, I need a second. I need to look them up real quick.
Go on,
If
Cookie,
we're
give
Yeah,
us-
sharing
go
the
ahead.
image of them.
Thank you. A Dragon Age.
No. Motherfucker. Wait,
Mm.
hold on.
You guys pick the same
Yes?
one.
Did we pick
Did
the
we
same
all pick the
one?
same motherfucker?
I have not played Dragon Age. So I don't know.
No,
Inquisition,
no.
right?
Cookie. Cookie. Who is it, Cookie?
Who is it?
Eric.
Yes!
Yep.
Yeah!
Oh
It
my
is
god.
it is a crime that he is not romanceable. It is a
Yes.
crime.
God, I need him in my life.
And also
Like-
a prime example of a dwarf without a beard. I
Yeah,
would just
it's
say
Scruff.
like,
Oh,
It is
rough.
it is a crime that you cannot commit polyamory or romance the dwarf. It is
yeah.
criminal.
Criminal.
I will say a close second of mine is also from Dragon Age. Dagna. I love her. She's so sweet. I love her.
Let me just dag these nuts. Sorry.
Boo.
All right, I have a close second for you. Actually, I think I like this one more than Varric, surprisingly.
How dare you?
I know. Varric stands. Come at me. come at me on Twitter.
Can't see on Twitter.com.
Exactly. It's the Beast from
Beauty and the Beast.
no, not Beauty and the Beast. Hold on, I'm trying to remember the name of the game real quick. Divinity Original Sin 2. Divinity Original Sin 2. My God, the Beast is
I'm gonna
I
have to
want-
look this up.
I've heard of him. I haven't seen him in the game yet, but I've heard of him. Yeah, he's
Divinity, what was it?
Original Sin 2.
Original.
Yes, the Beast. I am a fan of that man. He is short, and I
Images.
love short men.
Oh, he's interesting. You think he's better than Varric?
Yes.
Interesting.
Hmm.
All right. Sure.
Look, I played both games. I have an opinion. I can have
Okay.
my opinion. You do not get to judge me because you like things that are cursed as well.
Joe, do you have a favorite dwarf?
So I'm a lay 3 out immediately, all in one go. Brock, Sindri, and Lunda, the 3 dwarfs that are
Yeah.
shown
Oh,
in
yeah.
God of War. And
That's what I was gonna say.
if I have to pick a favorite, I do like Brock and Sindri. I love them, and in all honesty, without giving any spoilers, the 2 brothers, the way in which they develop is brilliant.
It's so good.
Fantastic. However, if I had to simp over any of them, it would have to be Lunda, only because she comes in, I think, after the first third of the game, and she does steal the show for the dwarves in the terms of it. She's very
She
funny.
stole my heart.
She's very funny. She made the dwarven concept of like, she's still a big drinker. There's a joke at one point where it turns out she outdrinks one of a lot of other dwarfs all the way back in Svartalheim. She talks about the fact that she's got, obviously she's got the dog. She tricks you into getting her dog a ball, like her dog's ball. And the best thing is, and I come at me with whatever you want, but I'm sorry, this is always like a big win for me, is something to do with an eye. The fact that she actually has it's either she has a scarred eye or a false eye. I'm pretty sure it's a scarred eye.
It's looking like a
from
false
battle
eye.
injury. Yeah.
That's very fair.
It's so awesome to see that. I don't know. Maybe it's the inner weeb, but it's just like the asymmetrical look is always a go to for me. So yeah, absolutely.
I love how blunt Brock is, and Sindri needs a
Yes.
hug.
Yes.
Sindri does need a hug, and Brock, oh my gosh, it's great. What are you going on there? How'd you get in there? Mind your fucking business. Just he slays me every time I play that game. Absolutely slays me. I love him.
Yeah.
Anyway, kickstand door. Varric is the best dwarf ever because he's funny as shit and he supports Hawk like nobody's business.
We love him. He's also a simp. I mean,
Yeah, he's loyal.
Yes,
Except you
he's
can't
loyal.
romance him, which is greatly upsetting.
it's bullshit.
He's loyal to his wife, which is a fucking gun.
Yeah, a crossbow.
It's a crossbow.
It's a gun.
It's a
It's
crossbow.
the same thing.
No.
You're wrong.
If I didn't love Varric so much though, I would break that fucking bow. Maybe then he would
Couldn't do
pay
that to
attention
him,
to
though.
me. Yeah, I know. But I need attention and he's not giving it.
Look,
That's
I
when
will
you just
derogatorily call it a gun until he pays attention to me. That's why I like Beast better, because he pays attention to me.
Fair enough.
He's whispers sweet nothings into my ear while Varric is just like, yeah, I'm gonna slightly flirt with you, but my true love is Bianca, my crossbow.
Yeah.
well, I
it's
mean,
named after someone though that he
Yeah.
does love.
Yep.
who is Oh god, she frustrates me.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into that storyline, but
That's
anybody
its
who's
own episode.
listening, yeah, anybody who's listening, just know Bianca fucking sucks.
Big time.
Big time. Did you have a second in place, Nix, that you wanted to talk about, or?
Dagna, my baby girl. I love her. I love her so much. She's so sweet. She's so smart. Oh my god. I first came across her in Origins and was immediately like, this one. This is the one. This is the one that I'm going to keep in my pocket forever, and I will never let her go. She's so cute, first of all. Like, look at her cheeks. They're so sweet. And then there's also just her brain. She's so fucking smart. I adore it so much. She's so determined to make sure that it's going to work. What little thing that she's got going on, because I know it's been out for a while, but I'm trying not to spoil anything as much as I can. She's so smart, and
I'm
she
surprised.
works so hard for it.
I'm surprised neither of you have talked about the other amazing dwarf in the Dragon Age series, the Scout from Dragon Age Inquisition.
Oh, I love her too. I
Oh,
love
yeah,
her to
she's nice,
bits.
but she's vanilla.
Just dwarves in
You
general,
girl
really.
Vanilla.
Vanilla.
I wished we had
one
more of
thing we
her
all
as a
hate.
character, and that would have probably made me simp over her harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm lactose intolerant, and I had no interest in her. Tee
Milk.
hee. All right. Are there any other characters that you can think of, or that you wish to discuss?
My
I'm
brain
a-
started going towards like Gorons, but that's not technically dwarves.
Yeah, no, no.
Dwarfs.
Am I gonna have to say the big one that is just kind of like looming over all of this? Because we've said mostly video game ones, but I guess I'll say one from the
Gimli?
movie.
Your favorite dwarf, Grumpy.
Here we go, Gimli. There we go.
Yep, Gimli. There he is.
Yeah, the classic.
If you do a dwarf episode and you don't mention Gimli at least once, it's
Who's-
some kind of cardinal sin. Come on now.
Who's
I
Gimli?
mean,
What?
Oh,
I can't tell if you're being serious.
No, I did watch those.
Gimli is the main dwarf in the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Oh,
and
like you have my axe guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
you have my
Okay.
axe guy. He was like mega in love with the elf queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Orlando Bloom.
I just
I
want to
know
point
about
out.
that love story.
I just want to point out something great about that is that like the guy who actually played Gimli, he's actually like the tallest actor in the main party of the Lord of the Rings. He's like 6 foot something,
Oh my god, that's right.
and
He's
they
also
did
missing like a finger, isn't he?
yeah, he's missing a finger at one point. I think he even
Oh my
even,
god,
like,
that's what he looks like.
he even tricks. I think he even tricked someone into believing that he lost a finger during the set, but he actually didn't. He had a piece of his finger missing prior, but he was able to trick one of the I think it was like casting directors or something like that, and he really messed him up for a couple of days. Because he pulled a prank on him, making him believe that he like really badly cut open his finger, and then he was like, "Oh look, it's come off," and then yeah,
Yeah.
Damn.
brilliant, masterpiece of a man.
I would. Okay. Cool.
Well, I have to say, it seemed a little
No.
odd if we didn't say it.
It's fair. Like I know Lord of the Rings is big, but I never watched it. So wherever you went, we have to
Oh,
say it. And I was
chips.
like, who? Like, and I really thought with the silence I was about to get my ass beat.
You know what? With I'm
No,
glad
still
that we
young.
didn't mention any of the ones from The Hobbit. I don't remember their names.
I mean,
I know
who's
they're
so
like
many
the main.
names.
Who
They're
could
like
forget
15 of them.
I mean, hey, Foreign Oakenshield
12.
is hot.
He is.
Yeah.
But
Who?
hear me out.
Yeah.
The main one.
The main
The
one.
prince, basically.
Oh,
Essentially, it just looks like what is his name, Aragorn.
Yeah,
The one that
pretty close.
Hold your tongue. Hold your tongue.
He's just short Aragorn.
No, he
He's
isn't.
not just short Aragorn. He has some similarities in appearance, but he's not like a mini him.
Like,
I
look-wise,
cannot
at least
believe the
in
words
the
I'm hearing.
in the movies, at least.
No.
I don't know how he is in the books. I'm sure they're
I mean,
different.
there are no illustrations of him in the books.
Vicky, I
The
think we need to move on
descriptions, they're
before
older.
some fight breaks out.
Yeah. All right. Next on our list of questions that I thought would be funny, and maybe it'll lighten the mood. Tap dances. Which of the seven dwarves from Snow White speaks to you on a spiritual level?
Dopey.
And okay, I've got to
Sorry.
list them. We have Doc, Grumpy, Happy, Sleepy, Bashful, Sneezy, and Dopey.
I'm so
And-
dopey.
Okay.
What's bashful again? Is he just the idiot one?
No,
or is
he's
he just
shy.
grumpy?
He's
He's shy.
He's so
Oh,
shy.
right.
He's bashful. Like the word. I was about to say I'm probably like a mix of sleepy and bashful.
That's difficult. I wouldn't say I'm happy.
You might say that you're grumpy.
I mean, you know what? Take that back right now. You know what? Can I pick that? You know, I'm gonna go with grumpy.
I'm a combination between Doc and Grumpy.
You know,
And
that's valid.
That is valid.
I am a grumpy sleepy.
Yeah.
That's very fair.
AKA, I'm the straight man, and I'm also the one that's mad all the time.
Hell yeah.
I think the weirdest thing about Doc, isn't it, is like you're pretty much confirming that you're either the eldest or the smartest when you say I'm Doc.
Yes.
It's a power grab.
Yeah,
It
it's
is
a
power
power
grab.
grab.
Look, I'm not saying anything about your intelligence. I'm just saying, you might be right.
Don't be a coward, hero. Own it.
All right.
I'm smarter.
Fine. I'm better than you all, and you can't do anything about it.
There we go. Great. Make us feel small like the real dwarves we are.
Oh my god.
I mean,
don't
you're
include
very
me
short.
into your kink.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
I'm currently
6'3".
crouching.
Okay.
Anyways.
Yeah.
That was conclusive.
Yeah. Well, and then for our last question, at least from my end, Dwarven culture is heavily rooted in mountains and mines. It's hard to imagine their society elsewhere. Where else could they settle, and what would the society look like?
Moon.
Oh. Oh.
The moon?
I'm pretty
Elaborate.
sure
But I
not
guess.
much. I'm pretty sure not much would change if they settled on the moon. In all honesty, like they'd just become the Loporrits from Final Fantasy.
Yeah, but hear me out, right? So wouldn't it just be amazing that they're the only ones that actually get to the moon? Whereas like the magical technology that they wield is actually more in the terms of they figure out a lot of the machinery, because something that I can't believe that this hasn't come up yet, but Skyrim, or specifically Elden Scroll, yeah. Why can't I speak
Elder
of it?
Scrolls.
Elden Scrolls. The soul's getting it. Elder sake. Elder Scrolls, the franchise where the dwarves are massively technologically advanced. And I think to see that where they are both magically and mechanically inclined, it does make a lot of sense that they would be somehow figure a way to the moon at some point. And having these sort of almost mechanical devices that they create to, have a base on the moon and sort of live out there. And I think it would be very fascinating to see that play out, especially because something that I always like to see is that they are the sort of more mechanically and technologically advanced in the sort of more fantasy settings. So to see that, like, oh, what have we conquered? Well, we've gone to the Underdark. We've gone underground, deep, almost to near the planetary core. We've discovered all sorts of different ores and magical materials. Where else now? Looks up at sky. I've got an idea.
Oh,
This could. Oh wait, I can't say that because I don't want to give near spoilers. But that could make a good near plotline, or a plotline like near.
Okay.
I will not elaborate in case people in chat haven't played near.
I was just gonna say, like, the thought of like the dwarven structures on the moon, though, that does sound pretty fucking dope. Oh God, PB. Um, but yeah, I like the thought of like the dwarven structures on the moon, like this, like I don't know, like the white stone that or rocks that you see from the moon, and in the structure, like the thought of the structures of like the dwarven architecture, that sounds dope as shit.
It'd make an amazing portal level.
Yes. Yeah, I would. Yeah.
I
Anybody
think
else have anything?
my mind goes to like a fishing village for dwarves.
Uh-huh.
Like I don't know, just like the idea of them instead of like working in like mines. Just like, what if their monopoly was on fish?
That's
That'd be
valid.
quite cool.
For some
Also
reason, my first. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say also showing their strength. Like, oh yeah, there's this little dwarf just sat on the edge of the pier, just putting in a fish. Oh, he must have caught a trout. Pulls out a giant sea monster with just the sheer force of strength.
Yeah. I was just like, my mind immediately went to like, because of dwarves, like you said fishing. I'm like, oh yeah, that'd be cute. And then I was like, they would sink. Like, it's just fucking.
Jumps
They're
in the
too
water.
dense.
Ocean fishing is definitely off the table.
Jumps
is
into
that-
the water, starts punching the fish.
Hell yeah,
That's how they
the
fish.
best way.
That's the only way. So are we all in agreement that just dwarves can't swim? Then is that the agreement that we're all coming to?
I mean, I don't think that dwarves can't swim. I'm just saying that they would be very easily killed in water.
I'm just saying,
Okay.
like, because of dwarves, I think of like stones. I just think of like a dwarf going,
Sink like rocks.
yeah. Just like,
Bye.
I was
float.
personally gonna say that they would work well in swamps, but the only caveat to that is that they probably act like Floridians.
Oh,
Oh god, no.
God, no.
This here,
Oh no.
this here's my gator.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
They would just become Floridians. I'm not joking. I know a couple of Floridians who are very short, and they act exactly like dwarves.
Oh my god. Fucking just their whole shtick is moonshine.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
exactly. And
Even
then
with the-
and then
no,
they
go.
like hunt and eat alligators and shit. That'd be awesome.
I went the complete opposite direction. Instead of eating them, I was like, "Hey, I've got myself some gator armor," and it's just a whole armored tank alligator just right next to him. It's like, "All right, get him," and it's just immediately just swimming through the mud and just being attacked by a fully armored alligator. Just terrifying.
My
That'd be
mind is
so
just going to
horrific.
the swamp benders from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh hell yeah.
Yes!
Yeah, exactly. That's one good way of seeing it. Like I meant more specifically acting like Floridians, like the swamp benders from Avatar, than rather than like riding alligators. Although that could work too. That there could be like multiple tribes of dwarves. One of them is the gator riders, and the other ones are like the boat riders, and like they have constant feuds.
Is
good.
one
Both
called
is
the
good.
Gator Raiders?
Yeah,
The
the gator raiders.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Oh god. Oh god! Now I can picture some dwarf with his loving a gator, and it's like, this is Bubby.
Look, sometimes when they are really pissed at various people in their village, they throw alligators through their window.
God, now my
Just a
brain's
little
just thinking
throw.
of like a family of dwarf doing like a whole pot roast.
Oh hell yeah! Full roast time. Full
Uh,
family gathering.
Time to go whole
Takes up
hog.
the
I
whole
mean,
town.
whole gator.
Oh god.
Yeah. Oh
I
god, I got
actually,
lightheaded.
by the way, I actually had gator meat before, and it tastes amazing.
Oh really? Does it actually taste like chicken, or is that a myth?
No, that's a myth. Although it's about as juicy as like chicken when you cook it well.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
so good. I
Delicious.
actually also had shark recently for the first time, and it tasted exactly like gator.
Oh no. Not the
I
shark.
I'm not sad. I'm not sorry to the gator and or shark. Both are amazing creatures, but if you taste good, you taste good.
Yep. That does not include humans. I want to.
I don't know
We
if
almost got him.
it's.
We almost got him.
I mean, if it's served to me on a plate and it tastes good, I ain't complaining.
and
And
you
that
just
is
been
all I'll
added to
say.
the watch list.
I've been on the FBI watch list for a long, long, long time. I don't. This does not change shit.
Okay, well, FBI, hi. Thank you for the view. Anyway, so are we ready to go simp over some dwarves, or do y'all have any questions you could think of?
I mean, I didn't put my
Oh,
input.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, come on
Go
now.
ahead. I'm so sorry.
Personally, I've always enjoyed underground / hill dwarves quite a bit. I know that kind of goes into mountain, but I've enjoyed the ones that are specifically like, kind of like the ones from Artemis Fowl that just burrow their way through like underground, like kind of like moles. I've enjoyed that idea quite a bit for dwarves. I think that it adds a little bit more to their character. So I think that that'd be neat. But there's also a big idea for me is if they were specifically to be in a more surface environment, is a giant cityscape kind of set up like New York. Just because my mind immediately makes me think of being in a place like that as being weirdly enclosed. So it would be similar to being underground and feel like dwarves would work really well with having society work that way.
Pardon the pun work here, but it actually it gives them a lot more depth
Oh
because
god.
it's not just well, well, it's
A
not
lot more
as you said.
depth and
It's
dimension, as
yeah,
you could say.
yeah. It's less about just the geographical depth and dimension, but it's
It
more.
allows you to dig deep. Yeah.
Damn it! You know what? You know what? I tried and I couldn't.
There are some
You
hidden
couldn't beat
gems
it.
down there.
No! Ah!
Look,
I,
there are a lot of
I,
hidden gems
Look, I
in this.
dug myself a hole here.
Yes, you did. A diggy diggy hole. A very diggy diggy
A
hole.
diggy hole.
oh
Oh.
my god. I'm just. I thought when you were talking, you were going to talk about like the Aztec structures. Is that kind of the idea? No.
I
Okay.
guess not.
Okay.
I feel like that's more.
Oh.
I mean, actually, it doesn't matter like what race does what because fuck Planet of the Hats. That is a very terrible trope. But like, I thought that would be more lizard folk than dwarf. Honestly, if we are
I'm just
going with the
thinking of
Planet
the
of the Hats,
structure wise and stuff.
yeah.
Very cubic.
Very Minecrafty.
I don't know
Cube.
why, but I think I have to agree with that. It's very they're very accurate, very acute with a lot of their particular ways in which they build things. So again, as you said, very cubic, with either sort of cubes or diamond shapes on their materials and stuff.
Yep.
A lot of right angles. Sorry.
Yeah.
I just realized that during our discussion of who's the best dwarf, I realized that we completely forgot to mention Honeydew at all, which is a crime. Honeydew, the dwarf from the Yogg's cast.
Oh yeah.
We literally said diggy diggy hole, and then we didn't mention Honeydew at all, which is kind of funny. But whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, fair.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be honest. I thought you were referencing fossil fighters,
What?
like the dig a dig site.
Nope.
No, it's a YouTube reference, like a YouTube.
Yeah, it's a
Okay,
reference to a song called Diggy Diggy Hole, and it was sung by I don't remember who what their name is in real life from the Yogg's cast, but their character's name is a dwarf. They're a dwarf, and their character's name is Honeydew.
I'm stupid. I really was like, fossil fighters
You're not.
reference. Hell yeah! and,
Should we get to the simping of dwarves? Or...
yeah, let's get to our first dwarf, guys.
Hell yeah. Egg.
All right. This is brought to us by an anonymous. Apparently it was Pally. I haven't heard him busting down the doors today. But
yeah, that's been a surprise.
Looming out the window.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Okay.
But it's their friend's dwarf ranger / rogue. His name is Bavon Graythane. Wait, is it Pally or Avia? It's one of the.
I think it's
They
obvious.
didn't give a name. Hold on.
Friend.
Someone's friend. This
It's someone.
randomly showed up.
Yeah, it's
obvious.
Oh shit! It's obvious. Obvious friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the name of the character is Bavon Graythane, and can I just say I love the eggs.
Eggs are.
Yikes.
Can I offer you an egg in these trying times?
The offering of eggs is great and all, guys, but that beard, that glorious beard.
Yes.
The beard,
Yes.
the hair with like the
The slick back hair, yes.
The streaks.
Yeah.
The streaks
Me
of brighter
personally-
color.
Oh.
Me personally, I'm
Glorious.
trying not to go feral over this, man.
Now go feral. That's the whole point of this.
We are literally here to go feral.
I will literally just start making noises.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do we
it.
want that
You
for
won't,
fucking
coward.
4 hours? Fucking
4 hours?
Oh my god,
I
this
didn't stream
man,
for
That's
that
new.
long.
this man is so hot. I would do unspeakable things. Unspeakable things. He would not be ready.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
That was
You said I
No,
could
no,
go
no.
feral.
I love
just,
when we
you know,
encourage this.
I'm not here to judge. But yeah, love him. I don't. Again, Avia didn't give me a name of their friend or the artist, so.
Well, the artist is Kane.
Yeah.
Oh really? Was that said?
They have
Yeah.
their little
Yeah,
signature
that-
there on the
that's-
image. It's also
Oh,
very
I'm
recognizable.
It's hidden
Yeah,
by ear.
it's very recognizable as Kane's work.
Look, I don't want to make assumptions.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But the artist is King Cow. Kooky. King Kuo.
Great
I don't
artist.
fucking
Please
know.
follow. Please follow them. That's how I met
Yeah.
like half these people.
Yeah.
Uh,
But any other things you want to say about this band?
Good use of
Shiny.
gemstone with the armor, or at least the clothing. I love the cloak. It is a very nice, consistent theme. Both using the sort of dark blues, the navies, and the greys, with a mixture of a good old little bit of sort of yellow for the sleeves and everything. Sort of again fitting with the theme of dwarves. So I very much like it. And again, as I said, the glorious beard.
He's a very
Um,
hard-boiled looking individual.
Yes.
I have one thing to say. Why is he so hot?
I
You
would
say
give
he
him
has
a
you,
smooch on the head.
he has you scrambled.
Yes, he does
Jesus
have me
Christ.
scrambled. I would pay Avia to play this in a game with me. I would die.
I mean, it's not
I
obvious
would
character, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
Oh.
care whose character it is. I would pay for them to play this in a game with me.
Douche.
Yeah.
With your puns, I feel like I should get this out before we. Oh, also the friend's name is Draconic Ham, which I love. But since you're making egg puns, I let him scramble my eggs.
Yeah,
Oh
have
my
him,
God!
Have him face you
I wanna
sunny side up.
Personally, I wanna make him sunny side down.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh dear.
I want to scramble his eggs.
He'll treat
Holy
you like a
shit.
deviled egg.
Oh no, I'll be
Jesus
treating
Christ.
him like a deviled egg.
Okay. Next.
This is going
next
so
word.
far.
Churn him like butter. There we go.
All right. And I'll let Nyx talk about her or their dwarf. Sorry.
Kyla.
Go right ahead. Yeah.
I love her. This was this is the first dwarf that I got to design. She's not a player character. I made her to be one of my. I made her to be my player character's girlfriend.
She's lovely.
Yes, and she and my elf would constantly be writing letters back and forth to each other the entire time that we were in the campaign. She's a hill dwarf, and she, I believe, if I remember correctly, I made her a gunslinger. She is the breadwinner, while my bard was just kind of exploring.
She looks very warm and kind.
I can
Very
see.
much
I can
so.
see why the character, both you and your character, were very much into it. Because I already said this before. The asymmetry always does it for me. And again,
Yes.
just I love the idea of the gunslinger as well. Also, very very stout as well.
Of
I love the
course.
sort of strong look. Very really good, really good.
Thank you.
Sort of. I also love the yellow eyes.
Yeah.
Not everyone, very little people do this, and this is actually something that is I always feel is a real shame. Not a lot of people do the unique coloured eyes enough.
I had
so it's
to.
awesome.
I made her very warm toned, while I made my elf very cool toned. But I put little tiny elements of the opposites colors into their designs so that they would match each other.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I also just bosom.
Yeah, can we talk about that now? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Booba.
She got boobs.
Booba.
She got massive habanga dunkas.
We all see him. We all love him.
Thank you. She's
I would like a hug.
she's very
Ma'am.
smoochable, very
I
huggable.
would love hugs on this one.
I'd love to give her a very nice hug and then look at her from a safe distance. From a non-uncomfortable distance. She's
be
a
honest.
very great design. I am just not straight.
I will say this, something else that also does make it for me. This is also sealing the deal. Gunslinger. I just if I go a quote unquote safe distance, oh, that's
She'll
not
see
a safe
anyways.
distance. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love a woman who can kick my ass.
Oh, she definitely could.
It's like,
Beefcake. Beefcake.
You've came, you saw, you've kicked my ass. It's time for me to run away. Oh no, my ass has now got a cap popped in it.
All right.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Let's move on to the next person.
Would you look
Although
at
it's-
that?
Yeah.
It's still your
It's me
character.
again.
It's you again.
It's you again.
Whom's the fuck?
You're back, bitches.
You can't get rid of me, and you can't get rid of my characters.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
Yeah, same here.
This was actually one of my most recent Inquisitors in Dragon Age, Ignia. I made her with the sole purpose to romance the Iron Bull, of course.
Hell yeah. I love size differences.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
The only thing that makes me really sad is that with Dragon Age being the way it is, it makes it very fucky wucky in order to try and actually do anything with your dwarves, just because the character models are kind of shit. So
Yep.
when you go into cutscenes, you end up getting some very interesting proportions. Or like she has gone through the floor, and not in a good way.
She's not driven through the floor.
No, she just
flipped through.
clips. She
Yeah, I love Dragon Age Inquisition.
Question: Ignia, is that based on the Latin word for fire?
I am so creative. I know.
I
No,
mean, it's a
I love
pretty
it.
name.
Funny enough, I used it for a male character in one of my games before.
Perfect.
And it's one of those things where Latin always works really brilliantly to sort of bring it out.
Yes.
I love the look. Again, the strong jaw, big booba, but also the really nice little braid at the back of her head, to sort of like show that's brilliant. And again,
Also just
a
the
unique
short
eye
hair.
color. Yes. Also, I do like me some brown hair as well.
Oh, it's red.
It's red, yeah. That's a
Oh,
red
okay.
hair.
It's I tried to go for a more natural looking red hair, but yeah, it's red.
Oh, that's good. Looks good.
It's
Had to go for red
new.
hair for the Iron Bull.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah.
Also,
it's nice.
since no one else is gonna say it, uniform. Yes.
It's the Inquisition pajamas, baby.
Why are they pajamas? Why can't they wear normal clothes?
Because they because
Why does-
you gotta be
why does the-
comfortable in your onesie.
Yeah, but like you wear that to like every meeting though, which is it looks
It
so
looks so
weird in certain
shitty.
cut.
I love
It
it.
looks so shitty in so many cutscenes.
I love it.
If you could go to every meeting of yours in your pajamas, just relaxing.
Is that like real?
I would do that.
You're
I would
just running
genuinely
around
do
in your
that.
pajamas?
I
Are
love
you
wearing.
just-
I love
I
wearing
mean,
my jammies while sentencing people to execution.
I mean,
Wait, are
I
you
would
guys fucking
100%.
with me?
I'm
What?
currently in my pajamas.
I'm in my PJs.
I mean, I would 100% wear like my pajamas to every meeting, but like I would like to look fashionable, not ugly as fuck.
That's fair.
No, guys, are you messing with me? Is
What?
the Inquisitor running around in their pajamas?
It's
Yeah,
it's
pretty
just a
much the entire
it's a
time.
nickname for them
Oh,
because they're
oh.
just the basic Skyhold / Haven PJs.
I mean, they kind of wake up in them as well.
Yeah.
Like you don't take them off ever. You kind of just wear them all the time unless you do a sex scene.
Yeah.
I
It's
never
just a
thought
joke
about
about
it.
them being constantly on like PJs.
They
Hey.
open their closet. It's just that outfit over and over again.
Repeated.
Yeah, pretty much. Unless you're wearing armor, yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Valid,
I also-
honestly.
Other comments.
I was gonna say, she looks amazing. Unfortunate the Iron Bull is a bottoms only relationship. Dab.
Yeah,
What?
well that's fair because I am one, so
Yeah, you enjoy your bottom hood.
Yeah, I very much do. Thank you.
I can see
Yeah.
you in chat claiming your top hood. Over
Yes, I
Yeah.
am. Let
We're
me claim my. No, you are not. Look, I am allowed to be a
Anyway.
top who acts like a bottom.
Uh-huh.
Look, I'm a bottom and I'm proud of it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Me
you
too.
can be a bottom and be proud of it. I can be whatever the fuck I want and be
Have
proud
you
of
seen
it.
that bottom bingo card? I filled out everything.
I filled out nothing on that bottom bingo
Oh,
card, which
God.
is funny
I'm
as
just gonna
hell.
say this before I move on to the next art piece. You're about as top as Red is not a furry. Anyway,
Okay, yeah, valid.
next art piece, please.
I'm gonna die.
The hammer.
Um,
I'm gonna get
this is
smashed.
I'm gonna say this name, Puente. Cleric of Gods of the Forge and Travel. Art by the Sunwise. I do not know if that is also the owner of it. This was brought to us by Pally.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
They may be a cleric, but they're ready to smash my head in. Look at that.
Yeah.
I will say I am much more of an axe fan than I am a hammer fan, but I never shy away from a good old hammer.
Have a hamax. Best of both
Hammer.
worlds.
Oh, a hamax. Oh yes. But yet again, love the glorious beard. The coat is awesome, and just those gauntlets. They look chunky.
Yes. Love when someone could kick my ass, obviously. And there is them just looming over my character figure right
Just
there,
jumping over
ready to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
You're about to get bogged.
Yep.
Hero, is this the hitman that you got?
This
Is
is who
this
you
the
hired to
hitman
kill
that
the
I?
bunny.
Yes, 100%. Without a doubt, I will kill. I will have this person kill you in your sleep. Maybe while you're awake in the middle of town. You know, sometimes people are murder hobos, and I can't control that.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you wake up and someone's stealing your tooth. You know.
Oh,
Oh,
I mean,
Yeah.
isn't that the Tooth Fairy?
that took a much darker turn than I thought it was going.
Don't worry about it.
Look,
worry
if-
about
Juice,
Look,
have
I
things
have-
happened to you, buddy?
Don't worry about it.
it.
Oh,
Look, I have absolutely no association with any form of assassination industry or hitman industry, but if you die, I won't blink about it.
Yeah, all right. You know,
Anyway,
okay.
I'm just gonna say I really like his whole I'm a bonk aesthetic.
Yeah.
I especially like the bushy like eyebrows, the going along with
Yes.
the beard.
Damn, yeah.
Love good facial
Yeah,
hair.
I also
kinda
like how
wish-
color of it.
Fox said tears away suit, and I kind of wish this was a tearaway suit. Maybe tearaway pants into assless chaps.
Speaking
knows?
about the suit, I like how colourful it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's got. I don't think there's a single colour that actually ever seems like it both doesn't fit, doesn't or feels boring. So everything fits perfectly, and it just makes the whole thing pop very well. Which
Yeah.
again, a good dress sense is an okay in my books.
Although I don't exactly understand what is going on with the hammer, but that's possibly because it's like cut off because
He's
of
a wee
the
bit cut off.
yeah.
Okay, first of all, who the fuck is saying I'm mean? I'm not mean.
That's
I'm nice as
Jack.
fuck.
That's
I'm nice as
Uh,
fuck.
Cookie's so
Wow.
kind. Such a kind
Anyway.
and gracious host,
You've
I
been
say,
elbowing
with a
me in the
gun
back of the
held
head
up
this
to my
entire
head.
time.
Oh no.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've been perfectly fine.
You're glaring at me.
Anyway, I like this little guy.
He's great.
Anybody
Love
else
it.
have anything to say?
He's
Really
hot.
good job.
He's
Yeah.
He's hot.
I like his coat.
He does have a very nice coat.
Yeah.
Strong.
Yeah. Strong.
Next image.
Yeah.
Booba.
Oh.
Booba. Booba.
Gritty. Shaved
Uh,
head. Oh.
And I feel like you just go ahead, introduce.
This is Devra. She's an NPC from Fenn's previous campaign. I mean, I guess she's still alive. So she still exists in the world in the current campaign going. But this is
She never died.
Yeah, she never died. This is the character that raised Pebbles, my Queequeg rogue.
Oh, adorable.
Yeah. We didn't get to interact with her much during the campaign, but that's we were running.
Didn't she get a total of like 3 lines?
I think she got a bit more than that, but only a total of like 2 full interactions. Which one was like a message, like a sending.
I love
That's
her
1
hair.
line.
Yeah,
Adore.
The hair is awesome.
Yeah, she's the one who raised Pebbles when Pebbles' parents weren't there to raise them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn, she's a better mom than your actual parents.
Yeah.
I love her though. I love her bedroom eyes high.
Yes.
But I'm
Oh.
gonna assume strong and charismatic there, just from the look alone.
Yeah.
She looks like she'd break a couple things. Well,
Death by snooze snooze.
That's
Death
right.
by
Snooze,
snooze
snooze. Yes,
snooze.
exactly.
Bye,
Her weapon of
snooze,
choice
snooze.
is a
She-
nice glass wine bottle. She could just
Hell
crack
yeah.
open.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
she'd definitely break my my hips.
Yeah.
That's fine by me.
I love her.
Crushed pelvises.
I know.
Want to
Avia
give her a
really has
smooch
the
on the
hots
cheek.
for her.
Yeah.
Avia is correct.
I can see why. I definitely can see why.
Look, some things are just subjectively correct, like this woman's hotness.
Exactly.
Yeah. I wish she'd let me row her boat.
Oh my god.
Gently down the stream, or do you want it rough down the river?
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
maybe it was a good thing that the constellations never met this woman.
Yeah, probably.
You know what?
Maybe.
Yeah, you were 10,000% correct, because I'm pretty sure everyone in that damn party throughout the ages of everybody being in that party would be like, smash, 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 go absolutely feral, and I'd just be there picking up the pieces of like all of you.
Everyone
be-
just mommy.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
mommy,
who can
mom-
turn down a good MILF?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I sure can't.
I mean,
I'm
you're
the
not
only one
wrong.
who can, but
Oh, that's fair.
in turn, I am a absolute sucker for DILFs, so the party would be
Aw,
absolutely
same.
destroyed for DILFs.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's a valid argument there, hero. That's a valid
Yeah.
argument.
She's a strong, independent, single mother.
She's single, you say? Single mother in my area?
She is
The mother in my area.
Single MILFs in my area.
Unless Fenn has given them someone in those 32 years.
Now, Fen,
I mean,
hear me
isn't-
out, right?
All
Phoenix,
right.
please. I'm drooling already.
Wait, wouldn't she be a growth by then?
Listen.
Oh.
Or
She
I hear
ages
from
like
the
fine
other
wine.
room. No.
No, which one exactly?
No.
Yeah.
Just no.
He says it's up for you to decide. Anyway, next
Fair
dwarf, please. I love you, Deborah. Mommy
It's the
Milkers.
twink.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
It's the
yeah.
twink! It's the
All
twink!
right.
Twink!
Very cute, very
Twink!
adorable.
Twink!
Twink alert.
All right. So this is Pio, and this is owned and art by Ibby the Ipster.
Yep.
And again, Pio, and they have specifically said they're an Italian dwarf. Specifically Italian.
So-
I have so many questions for why one, why Italian, two, why Italian, and three, why a twink, and four,
Well,
why Italian?
So
I
can I,
think it's nice to have a twink dwarf. That's variety
Yes.
right there.
regardless of whether or not they are or aren't a twink, I just want to say something very important. It's so nice to see that we can also have a dwarf that is actually quite slim, slender, skinny, and also, you know what, kind of cute and adorable in that sort of like
Yeah.
way of like not necessarily needing to be the big burly strong one. I'm sort
Sweet.
of getting the Percy DeRollo vibes, if anyone knows what I'm talking about there.
Ooh, a little
This-
bit, yeah.
The character I'm thinking of is that that one fairy from Tinkerbell.
Oh my god, I know
Oh,
who you're talking about.
yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay.
Like
Uh,
Bobble or
Clank?
some shit.
Wait, which one's Clink and which one's Bobble? I can't remember.
Either way, I get those vibes.
You were right.
I feel like this dwarf cannot grow facial hair for the life.
Which
He grows a
also
s-
would like it's a story that writes itself. It's a
Yes.
story that writes. It's awesome. I love it.
He grows a single hair out of his chin one day, and somebody else plucks it out because they're going to commemorate it for baby's first beard hair.
And that will be the only piece of any
It's-
kind of body hair that they grow.
Exactly.
It just makes me think of that scene from Adventure Time where BMO's like, "Oh, I pluck out your beard hairs while you sleep."
Oh my god.
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
So you
yeah, yeah.
never grow a
I
beard.
forgot about that.
Young
Oh god.
Valid.
forever. God,
Love
Emo
it.
scares me.
BMO
One-
is terrifying.
BMO
A little
is
bit.
terrifying and wonderful.
Football is more scary.
I do also love that Ibby added like those expressions. Like once I share this on Twitter, the viewers will get to see like the
The
emotes,
full
like
range.
yeah, the full range. But I
Can
really
you-
love them so much.
Can you send this in my DM so I have a better like view of it? Because it's kind of hard to see the other expressions as is
It should
currently.
I mean,
be
it's in the art for
episode.
episodes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Huh.
but yeah, I really love the like the top left expression that people can't see is like the oh my god, I'm fucking tired. Like
Yeah.
Eepy.
Finally done with people's shit.
Wait, why is he naked?
What?
In one of the images, he's naked.
Don't
ask questions, okay.
Oh, is it the one covered up by your ear?
Yes, it is the one
Oh,
covered up
yeah,
my
it
by
is.
my ears.
It was an active censor bar.
He's
Yes,
just
I
putting-
am.
Thank you.
He's just putting his glasses on. He just woke
Yeah.
up. He's
Yeah.
He just
eepy.
woke up.
People sleep. in
No,
windows,
he's that's his broken ass glasses. What?
What?
You
He broke
know-
his glasses.
No, I think you're reading too much into it now.
No,
You're
no.
into
I'm
Well,
they
sorry.
are cracked.
Hero is correct. Like those are cracked.
Those
like,
are broken.
Yeah.
yeah.
He rolled over in them. He rolled over onto them in his sleep.
Sure. Let's go
Yeah.
with that one, just for the sake of containing Hero in his cage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want me to go feral for other reasons? Just be like, twink, die.
Oh
You-
no!
Whoa! Hold up.
No.
It was a joke. Chill.
We love him.
He's a sweet being. Look
We
at
love the
him.
Italian dwarf.
Yeah.
The Italian,
it. Awesome.
specifically Italian,
He cooked
not
the
Bill,
pasta.
We
not
cook at the
Mountain.
pasta. Mamma mia.
I mean, Ibby is Italian, so it
Oh.
makes sense.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Okay, just specifically Italian.
It's very interesting. I
also-
do love him.
I do like things that break the mold. What I was talking about this with the eye color and stuff like that. I do like the idea that it breaks the mold of both a much more sleek and slender, and more well reserved concept for a dwarf, whilst also not adhering to the usual stereotypical accents as well. So again, that's also really cool. I really like it. I don't know what else to say about it. The design is brilliant. The color palette is brilliant. The examples of I guess you could say the emotional spectrum for the character is also just brilliant. I love it. It's awesome.
This
I
this
could
character
his
would
more.
probably wow. This character would probably fit well into a storyline about like acceptance of oneself and like
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
cancel hero. Yeah, 100%. Acceptance of oneself and trying to like be like fuck it, I don't need your approval to one's parents and stuff and culture because like this it's not what you expect of a dwarf. The personality is also not what you expect of a dwarf. It's yeah, just all around good
Yeah.
idea. My personal opinions on of people and hotness aside, yes, this is a great character design.
Yeah.
Go to the last batch.
Last batch. Ooh.
Is it the Bad Batch?
Yes.
They could all top me.
You know what? They will.
120%. I'm
You
sorry,
know what?
but I have to say it.
Oh yeah.
They will. It's not that if like they could, they will. It's not a given. It's not like a. It's not an if. It's a it will happen right now.
I'm just gonna say I've now been put in an impossible situation because we've got unique hair, we've got unique skin, we've got unique eyes, and we've got big, bulky, and unique weapons. It's just so cool. An axe.
Why is this impossible?
It's impossible. It's
How's
impossible
it
to
possible?
choose. It's
¿Por
impossible
qué no
to
lo
choose.
tres?
And one of them
is an option.
Oh my god! Oh
Yeah.
my god!
No, it's not an option, Juice. It's a
It's a
mandate.
It's a
necessity.
requirement.
It's a
It's a
necessity.
requirement.
It's a requirement. It's a
Would
prerequisite.
you like me to introduce these ladies?
Yes,
Please.
please.
All right. They are owned by Zero Fruit, art by Malcolm Mason on Twitter. Don't worry, I'm on Twitter. I'm gonna like
Link
share all of
over.
these. Yeah.
Awesome.
From left to right, we have Geralt Wildedge, the Dugar dwarf. In the middle is Daenerys Ashclan, the mountain dwarf. And on the right, we have Dendra Quartz Ripple, the hill dwarf.
All are hot.
All 100%. No, 120%.
So
Yes.
360%.
Yes.
I did the math. Um,
Hooray for math.
Hooray for me.
Something that dwarves are very good at, or they should be.
So I
hey,
just want to say something about the one on the right. I'm terrible with names, so I apologize for
it's all good.
the...
I also just closed the book.
with the
Dendra.
with the headband and the sideburns. I'm getting a Sun Wukong vibe.
Yeah.
Which I
It's definitely
absolutely
giving
love.
Wukong.
I absolutely love, especially the color and the design. The palette is beautiful. Also, muscle. In the terms of the middle dwarf, again, I'm a sucker for an axe. Good old Scar, different color hair, muscle. And then finally, again, a unique skin color as well. Tats, love me some tats, and a beautiful set of eyes. And again, muscle.
Messy.
Their
This-
their design, they're so good.
I adore them so much.
This is the fucking butch lesbian squad over here.
Yes.
Coming to fix your problems and your porch.
Yeah.
I will say I love the fact that it's unique weapons as well as unique designs. It would have been such a hard fix to see the sort of usual generic these are swords and daggers. It's nice to see the concept of shield and mace, big great axe, and a whip.
The whip. Oh
The
my God.
whip. It's so nice to see, and again, they also have 3 separate heritages that you can all see within both their costume design as well as their weapon design, not just their physical race. So it's also really awesome to see this. And I'm trying to contain myself in the simping language. So I'm trying to.
Why are you containing yourself on a
Just-
podcast literally called The Simple Things?
I've literally made so many innuendos this episode. I don't know why you're containing yourself.
Also, the
Because
arm tattoo.
somebody needs.
Yes.
Can I just say it is so refreshing to see this and the most recent Lord of the Rings series. It's so refreshing to see black dwarves. It's like black people as dwarves. So refreshing, so nice to see it. I am happy to see it. I wish more people would do it.
Absolutely.
I know that more people won't do it because they're cowards.
We can still try. We'll make
we
our
will
own.
still succeed. We will still succeed.
Yes. Simp, Joe. Simp.
Yeah.
That's what the chat is saying. Simp. God damn it.
I'm 100% on board for it. I absolutely love this. In all honesty, if I got cornered by these 3, my life has come to its a natural conclusion. I will be crushed either through death by Snoo Snoo or by murder. One of the 2. I do not mind.
You just die happy.
I will die happy.
Yeah.
What you're telling me is that your head will be crushed by like a watermelon.
Yep. And again,
Fresh
probably
man's
so.
full like sparrow egg.
I will die hard, and that is on the that is 2 ways.
Okay, my question for you is, which one would you like to squash your head like a watermelon more?
Is it even a question? I mean, as much as the unique designs are fantastic, it has to be the one on the right. Look at those thighs, my guy. Look at them.
Yeah.
I would not last even a second.
Just fucking obliterated right away.
Like I'm just touched by the thighs, and it's like, I think I've already exploded. That's very poor choice of wording, but you know what?
No, I think that's perfect.
Nope. It's good.
It's not too explicit, so it's fine.
Pop like a balloon.
I'm not one to froth at the mouth over women, but damn.
The beef. You can't.
I will be
Yeah.
cracked
The beef.
like a walnut. I will be absolutely smashed.
When's the Minotaur episode? I wanna be there for that. We all know exactly why, but when's the Minotaur episode?
Oh my God.
I'll
That'll
have
be
to draw more beef.
eventually. Next is the vote is over Scalies. Anyway, before we end and stop like looking at this art, I just want to also point out I love the Tumby. I love the wolves.
Yes.
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 It's finally amazing to see both strength and actual body fat.
Yes.
It not be that concept of like, oh, you have to choose between the 2. It's a good combination of both, and in fact, all 3 of them wear everything about them, not just their clothes, but everything about them. They wear it very well. The designs are so sleek, and I just
They're so beautiful.
I had to take a drink because I was so damn thirsty.
Oh my God.
Remember what I said earlier in the episode? Thick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's with 3 C's, by the way. For those
No,
of you who are counting
it's
at home.
5. It's 5. Don't count. Don't kid yourself. It's 5.
All right, sorry, I shouldn't have contained myself further.
All right. If you could take the art down, Phoenix, then we're gonna start ending. Thanks so much for watching, thanks, guests. Thank you so much for coming. I greatly appreciate you guys.
My dead
Hang
grandpa
in.
will haunt you all.
Okay.
Well, thank you for having me on. Thank you very much. It's been awesome.
Thank you for leaving the
Uh,
door unlocked so that I could pry my way in here again.
Thank
I
you
know.
for letting me scowl at Nyx for fucking an hour and a half, I guess.
I'm just staring off into oblivion, unaware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that
But
little
yeah,
stare.
and thank you guys for watching. And also, hi YouTube. See you.
Hi YouTube. Hi
Hi,
Mom. How you
YouTube.
doing?
Hi, Mom.
I'm on TV.
Oh my gosh, YouTube. Hi there.
Anyway, yeah, let's end the episode. Do we want to yell anything or just wanna?
Brush your
Goblin out again.
teeth.
Oh,
Yeah, brush your teeth.
Make sure to floss.
yeah.
Yeah.
Stay
I
Alright.
can't
hydrated.
this.
Take care of yourself.
I know,
Take
I know y'all are thirsty, but stay hydrated.
Stay
Hydrate.
hydrated. Take showers.
Go
Eat.
Take
Go
your
eat something.
antidepressants. Go eat
Go eat
something,
something.
please.
I don't care what it
Juice.
is.
Oh
Go
my
grab
God,
a
Juice.
okay.
handful of
This is
meat
all
and
these
shredded
are
cheese
targeted
and
at
stick it in your
you.
face.
Yeah, I feel like I am
Thank
being
you so much.
targeted.